Brendan.
And I'm Karen.
And together we're Fox and Rabbit. We're filming this on Monday the 11th of April. We're a little bit late.
Yep, as usual.
Yeah, and it's our 18th Flosstube.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
it's been a big 2 weeks. Can't believe it's 2 weeks since we filmed last. Feels like yesterday.
Yeah. But the 2 weeks have been filled with a lot of rain.
Yep, just for something different.
Yeah, and we've had a reasonable day today, which means we've been able to clean up.
Yeah.
But there's still no end in sight for the rain. They're saying now till August.
August, and then possibly even a wet summer next summer. Oh, it's just unbelievable. But we do have a tiny bit of sunshine today, so hopefully we've just been like sweeping up all the mud and trying to get everything dried out. It's just a disaster at the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Trying to make sure we don't get mould.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed we've got it all.
Yep, hope so.
And hopefully we won't get as heavy rain as we've had over the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who watched our last video. I think we've got nearly 13,000 views, so we were worried because it was a really long one. So thank you so much, and thank you to all the comments. I've actually managed to catch up on the last 2 videos. We've read everything. I've either liked or commented on everyone's posts right up to date. When we first started doing this, I was trying to actually comment on everybody that even said thank you for the video or something like that. I was saying it's our pleasure. It got to the point there's just too many now to actually respond to every single one, but I do like every single one, and I do try to comment as much as I can. So thank you for the comments. We love them. A lot of them make us laugh. We need to get Brendan smiling more often. Somebody said, Brendan never smiles, so we've got to get him smiling more often. Don't you, baby? Yes.
I've got resting
scowl face. That's right. Yes, so thank you very much for that. And what else? Maybe we got some big news?
Yeah, so with all this rain and the flooding that we've had, so the flooding's going through our dye area. The other day we had 3 inches of water running through the dye area and 2 inches running through part of the warehouse.
It's crazy.
So we've actually been looking for somewhere to move to that's going to be above all the flooding.
Yeah.
And also give us more room to dry indoors.
Yeah.
With this rain that's coming, this never-ending rain that's coming, we can't rely anymore on being able to dry the linen outdoors.
Yeah.
So we've been on a big search. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. But an hour ago, we finally got some good news.
Yes.
So our preferred building, the one we were really hoping to get, which is too big for us, so it gives us plenty of room to grow.
Yep.
They've come back and then we've agreed on terms.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll be signing the lease on that in the next couple of days.
Yep.
And then we can start the renovations that we need to get done.
Yeah.
To be able to move everything across.
Just having to put plumbing and all sorts of stuff in there, but it's wonderful. It's very quiet. It's 6 minutes from our house. The dogs will be coming with us every day, so they won't get left at home.
Some days.
Most days, yeah. But it's just wonderful. And a very dear friend of ours who is in the same sort of industry, but she's in the patchwork industry. She has the unit next to us, and there's only the 2 units. It's very quiet. It's just perfect. We got a bit inspired when we visited Angela at Colour and Cotton in St. Louis. But when we got home, just with the amount of rain coming, we just thought, you know what? We've got to make the step, So it gives us, as Brendan said, it gives us a lot of room to grow, and we're beyond excited. A bit scary, but we have to, and we'll be so much more productive.
More to the point, it gives us 4 times the drying area.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the drying that's the problem. It's bad enough that Brendan's been ankle deep out there this last week or so, dyeing linen, but just ankle deep in water. But it's ridiculous. We just can't get it. We just can't get it dried, and we don't want to go to the point of having to put it in big commercial dryers because it strips the linen and it shrinks it. We just don't want to go that route. So so exciting times for us. We'll put in photos, before and after photos. We've got some before photos now, but once it's all official, we'll show you the before photos, and then the after photos once everything's moved in.
Yep.
So so we are very excited. As Brendan said, we only just got that news. So we've been sort of thinking, we hadn't heard back, so we started looking at other places. But you know what it's like when you have your heart set on that place? It just felt right, didn't it, Bren? Yes, it's more space than we initially need, but it was just amazing. And so everything we looked at since was like, oh, it's not as good as that place. And or they were more expensive than that place too, so we got a really good deal.
Yeah.
But it was more that they just weren't quite right. So, but because we hadn't heard back, we were sort of resigned to the fact that we were probably going to have to go and find something else, weren't we? And then out of the blue, the phone call came. So, yeah. So we are very, very excited.
So it's going to be a busy couple of months coming up as we dye during the day and renovate at night.
Yeah, because we still have an enormous amount of orders we've got to get out, and we're going to be battling the rain. Look, I mean, as I said, we've got a little bit of sunshine today, but the rain's back from tomorrow, so we're going to have to just battle through the next couple of months to get as much out as we can. We thank all the shops for their support and their patience, because we really do want to get to a very quick turnaround time, which we believe we can do in the new premises.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's room for people to come in and help us as well. So.
Absolutely, yeah. So if we get to the point where we need to bring people in to do help us with the serging and the ironing and everything, we've got plenty of room in the new facility, and it's not in our home. So, and we get our house back as well, because that's where we do all our ironing and everything at the moment. So, yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, and all the linen's stored in the house as well too. So.
Yeah, so we're always stepping over the linen, and it's just going to be wonderful. So
it'll just be nice to be organised.
Yes. So that's our first bit of good news. Second bit of good news is from our wonderful friend Julie. Everyone, I'm sure, knows Julie, Kansas City girl in the Colorado world. Julie has had some very, very exciting news this week. We are so thrilled for her, I can't even tell you. She has just released, and I'm sure many of you have seen this, it's blowing up the internet. This is Thurza Priscilla Doors. So this is a beautiful, beautiful sampler that Julie brought. It's her first foray into the reproduction world, and we couldn't be more excited for her. This chart is amazing. Julie has charted it in 2 colorways. The larger one is on a white linen, and it's charted in DMC colors from the back, which is more bright, very sort of similar to what we did with Mary Morgan's. We love the bright colours. So Julie did it from the bright colours from the back, and then she stitched the second version on 40 count linen on our saltbush, which was lovely, with the colours from the front. Both versions are in the chart. It's extremely good value. I think she's charted it in colour symbols as well as black and white. Yeah. Amazing value for money. I think it's $20 on her Gumroad. So, it's just incredible. The chart is incredible. She's done an amazing job.
Yeah. So it's colour and black and white versions.
Yeah.
In each colourway.
Yeah. Now, Brendan's absolutely in love with this sampler, so he's going to start it. So he would like you all to join us, anyone who would like to, for a stitch along for Thurza. We're going to do, when you want to start it, baby, on the 1st of May?
Yes.
To give everyone time?
So I actually pulled the colours the other day, and I pulled the bright version.
Yeah. Who knew Brendan would stitch with brights?
Yeah, so these are the colours.
He hasn't put them on the Flosstube yet. He only did it yesterday.
How do you
so
show
you've basically done the opposite to Julie's versions. You're going to do it on our saltbush, but with the bright, the back version.
But they're really bright, happy colours.
Yeah. It's amazing. Thurza put so many motives on every piece of this sampler, but it's just beautiful. And the outstanding job Julie did charting it is a real credit to her. She's researched Thurza as much as she can. Bren helped her a little bit as well. We're just thrilled for her. And if anyone lives in England, the one thing that that I know Julie is sort of desperate to find out is what Thurza actually died from, because she actually died, I think she was 23 when she passed. So there's some sort of doubt as to whether she was 20 or 23. But you know, if anyone in England is in close proximity to, let me just have a look at the town Thurza comes from. Brendan, how do you pronounce this?
Should have done a bit of research.
No. I'll get Brent to also put it on here. It's
Hurstmanso.
It's in East Sussex anyway. From what I understand, it's about 45 miles south of London. So if you happen to live anywhere near that little village and can pop in and look at any of the death records, I know Julie would be thrilled to know what Thursday actually died from, especially as she died so young. So any help anyone can give us would be wonderful. Or if you want to contact us and we'll pass it on to Julie. That's kind of like the mystery and the puzzle at the moment as to what she died from. But, yeah, so pop over to Julie's Gumroad. Bren's going to do a sale. And so anyone who wants to join us, we haven't got a hashtag for it yet, have you, Bren?
Oh, we don't.
We don't.
Other people have.
Yeah, I think Noah Stitches has hashtag Thirsty for Thursday, which is fun. But, yeah, so if you'd like to join us, what are we going to do we're going to do a Zoom on the first Sunday in Australia, Saturday in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
We'll work all the details out and let you know before the first one, but you're looking at doing it on the first Sunday of every month.
Yeah, so
2 hours Zoom.
The sign-up links will be below.
Yeah. So if you'd like to join us, just, first Sunday of the month, starting the first Sunday in May.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But first Sunday for us in Australia.
First Sunday for us in Australia, first Saturday in the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah, the US.
US, yes.
Yeah.
So not Northern Hemisphere.
Yes, because some parts of the Northern Hemisphere, it's the same day as us. So anyway, we'll have the link below. We'll certainly let you know more details about the time. We're going to try to pick a time that sort of is good for everybody, So that's the one Zoom. You're going to do a sale for this on that, and then you're going to do another one. We're going to try to do a regular. We are going to do another Zoom, just a Stitchy, 2-hour general Stitchy Zoom, because a lot of people had fun at our first one, which was several months ago now.
October.
Oh my goodness, October. We will actually do it once a month. So I think we're looking at doing it again on the third Sunday of every month, which could be Saturday in some parts of the world. So, again, more details. We'll let you know about that one, but we'll start that one in May as well.
But again, the sign-up link will be below.
Will be
below. By the time the video is here, I would have set it all up.
Okay. It just hasn't been set up yet.
I haven't just set it up yet.
So, yeah. So, if anyone wants to join us, obviously, I don't know how many will want to join us, but numbers are a little bit limited just so everyone can...
so we'll have to limit it to probably 50 people.
Probably 50? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that'll be a bit of fun. And as I said, we will do that once a month. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so if you're interested in joining Bren for that Thursday sale, pop on over to Julie, buy your chart. You've got several weeks to get all your supplies together. Mm-hmm. And the good thing is it's charted in DMC. So, it's got a lot of DMC, but
we'll have links to everything.
We'll have links to everything below. So, congratulations, Julie. We couldn't be more happy for you. Hopefully, it's the first of many. What's next, baby?
What have you been stitching?
What have I been stitching? Not a huge amount because we are trying to catch up on our being away. The one thing that did happen to us this last week is I don't know whether I actually think it was food poisoning. Brendan thinks it was a stomach bug that's going around, but I actually got a nasty dose of what seemed like food poisoning. But then Bren also got something similar a couple of days later, and a few people have told us there's a nasty stomach bug going over the entire world. So maybe that is what it is. So that knocked me on my back for about 4 days. So that sort of ate into a bit of my stitching time. But I've gotten a little bit done. I love this book that I got at market from With Thy Needle and Thread. As many of you have probably seen, it's Keeper of the Pins. Lots of lovely little smalls. I want to try to get, when you're stitching big samplers and things, it's nice just every so often to switch over to a little small, get a finish. You feel like you've achieved something and you then go back to the sampler. So I'm working my way through. I want to do all the little ones in this book. Now, I had a little tiny bit of a disaster. I started with, it's not a very good photo in here, but it's the little, can you put that close to the camera? It's the little lady chart. What's it called? Dame of the Needle. Now, I started stitching this. I'm stitching it on a 36 count navy bean from Lakeside Linens that I got when we were in the States. Now, I noticed, and I don't know where it come from because there was no pens around here anywhere. I usually keep pens right away from my work, but I actually got a pen mark right on her apron, and I unpicked it, but it had gone all the way through to the linen, and I can still see it. So it's really bothering me. So I've stopped stitching her, and I've restarted her on the other side. It's just a bit of a long-winded drama, but that's the threads. So yeah, so that was the crook one on the right, and on that side is my restart. Now I'm kicking myself though, because Faye Rigsby, the Carolina Stitcher, does beautiful finishing. She just finished stitching all these on our saltbush. And now I'm kicking myself that I didn't stitch it on saltbush, because the apron and the white and everything stands out really, really well. So now I'm partly thinking, do I start it for a third time and change over to a 36 count saltbush? I may do that. So, and that's another reason I sort of stopped. Oh, that's on Brendan's Millennium frame too, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. Yeah, technically it's your frame, baby.
When was the last time I saw it?
Quite a while, but that's beside the point. We share everything. What is yours is mine, and vice versa.
And what's yours is yours.
Yep, pretty much how it works. This is in my lovely... Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I thought that was my Dovo scissors, but it was just my glasses, so it's okay. This is in a lovely bag.
Glasses cost more than Dovo scissors.
From Stitch Folk. No, they're the cheap magnifying glasses. It's okay. Yeah, this beautiful bag. I love this from Stitch Folk. I love my Stitch Folk bags. So I have this one to go back to. This one I'm going back to. I'm stitching this with Julie and Jules, darling. Both of them were, well, Jules is actually finished. Julie and I are still going. Hoping to finish that this full moon. We stitch this on usually 2 days of the month when the moon is full. So once that little one started, I think Julie and I are going to be starting the moons of 2022 from Kathy Barracks. So that one, we're both hoping to finish that one on the full moon this month, and I'm actually quite determined to do that. When I was looking through some stuff the other day, I actually found this gorgeous little kit. I don't even know when this was from. I think this was from Market like 2019 or even 18. This is the Home Needlebook Kit by La-Di-Da. It was just beautiful. Like, as Laurie's kits are always fabulous. They always have every single thing. Like, look at the little pin.
Your arms are too short.
I know. The finishing, the background fabric, it's even got the little pins for the needlebook, the cardboard. So this is my poultry start on that one. Now, it's obviously done like this because it becomes, you actually have to stitch it in the correct part of the piece of linen so you can make the needlebook. And again, it's a fairly big house. There's a fair bit of stitching in the house, but I've got a reasonably good start on that little one. I just want some little finishes. I kind of feel the need to have some finishes. This one is, I'm only just getting back to this. My friend Jodie was leading the stitch along from this, and they've just she's just finished it this weekend, just gone. So I have a lot of catching up to do. I'm in a group of friends, and each sort of project somebody else runs it. Jodie's done an outstanding job running this one. But I think we're having a couple of months off so everyone can kind of catch up. I'm still catching up on the one that Paulette ran.
On the one before that.
I know. So I am really behind. But now that we don't have the shop anymore, I do have a bit more stitching time at night time. So this is Jane Stanwick's. This is my very sad stuff. I think this is on our Eureka, on our 40 count Eureka linen. But that's, and I got mine at the Country Sampler a while back. So mine has the Country Sampler colours. That was from a couple of years ago. I think it was a couple of years ago. But it's on our linen. Okay, so that's that. I'm also in another sale for the ES Spot Motive Sampler. This is with Christine from Hoz Hands Creates, myself, Teresa from Needle Bling Designs, and Noah Stitches. We're all stitching this one together. And this is the that's my other chart. My ES Spot Sampler. Noah's doing his all in brights, which is really cool. And we all look like we've started a different part of the sampler. But this, again, not a great start, but this is my start. I don't know if that's really getting blown out or not with the bright lights. Yeah, so the good thing is I always like to get that border done just to make sure all, the outside part, just make sure it all met up, and it does. And that's been stitched on it's called Scout from Seraphim Fabrics, and it's a 40 count. I bought that at the Silver Needle, and it's really, really pretty. So yeah, so that really, baby, is all my stitching this last week. So because as I said, I wasn't well for those 4 days, so and I've just been trying to catch up on everything.
Well, I only stitch one thing at a time.
Yeah, at the moment he's about to start the stitch along as well.
I'm boring. So I'm still stitching a new constellation from Plum Street.
This is beautiful. This is so beautiful.
And I've only got...
You've done really, really well, Bren. You're getting a lot done.
I've got a bit more done than last time, but still not all that much.
You're kind of doing the 25/7 thing on that, aren't you, Bren? Minimum of 25
Yeah, but I'm only
minutes
getting
a day.
20 minutes to an hour a day in it.
Yeah, that's good. It's every day, though. It's just at nighttime stitching, because obviously you can't do it during the day. Too much dyeing to do, but it's beautiful. And that's on 36 count Saltbush.
Yeah.
It's fast becoming that was one of our releases at market, that colour, and it's fast becoming our most popular colour. The other thing you forgot to mention too, you've just dyed all the colours for the Fabric Club this month.
Yeah, they'll go out.
So they're due to go out the next couple of days. Yep. Okay, what have we got? Purchases.
What have you bought?
Oh,
I'll go first.
You go first, baby.
Because I'll be quick.
Okay, this is actually going to be a shorter video today, so don't worry. It's not going to be another 2-hour one. We've got less to talk about today. So
we had to drop some fabric off for a club, the Cruel Goblin.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't club fabric we dropped off. We dropped off their market order.
Yep.
The order they did before market,
yep.
we dropped off. And Julie managed to also get some Dovo scissors.
Bren's new obsession.
So I picked up another pair. Just what I need, another pair of scissors.
Yep.
These ones are really pretty gold ones.
Yeah, so that's... I think it's funny because when I got my original pair, my original pair are still my favourites. These are my original ones. These come from the Silver Needle. I think we ordered them online, didn't we? Quite a while back. I heard that, and I'd always missed out with the Dovo scissors at market. It's when you're exhibiting there, it's very hard to get to the rooms where things sell out first because you're also selling out as well. So I've always missed the Dovo scissors when they've been at market. Then when I heard they'd been discontinued, Brent actually bought me a pair from the Silver Needle, which these are just beautiful brushed silver. They're just my favourite scissors. And I said to him at the time, why don't you get yourself a pair? Like, these are discontinued. He said, no, I'm okay. He said, I'm really happy with the scissors I have, whatever. And now he's kicking himself because now it's his new obsession. So, and you buy them every time you can see them now, within reason. So thank you, Julie, for getting those in. We're really happy. I think she's sold out now.
Yeah.
I think we might have mentioned that we picked up a pair from there and they're gone. Yeah, so.
And the other thing I got was
a
head thingy. I don't know what you call it.
I have no clue. A head thing.
Magnify thingy.
I don't know what you call
I don't know.
We did a Zoom with, we sat in the Zoom with Sunshine Stitches Friday week ago. It was to celebrate with Garon, sorry. Yeah,
Garon Bags.
Garon Bags Zoom, sorry. It was particularly to celebrate Ronnie becoming a US citizen, which we were thrilled about. So we were happy to sit in and stitch with him and Gary. And Brendan noticed that Ronnie had on these amazing things. And so he told him where to buy them. And I think within 5 minutes of us actually talking about it, Brent had already ordered them and they arrived today.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ronnie and Gary. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, so we just got them off Amazon.
Yeah.
So they're just Chinese stuff. They're not anything flash.
Yeah.
But they've got a little LED light built into them.
Yeah.
And they have... Oh, that was smart.
Right in my eyes. I've just been blinded, so that's okay.
Now I can't see. And they have little interchangeable...
lenses.
Magnifiers.
Yeah,
so
it's
depending
fantastic.
on how blind I am today...
Yeah, what are they? 5? Bob?
Yeah, I don't know. They range from... Is that 2? I can't read it.
Where is it?
Point. I don't know.
Oh, Lordy, I can't read that either.
It's from something to something, anyway.
Something something to something. Some magnification to some other magnification.
I think they go all the way up to 3.5.
But it looks like they pretty much cover most people's vision. So, yeah. So hopefully
it's probably half to 3.5.
As his sight gets worse, he got me to try them on, but it must have been on the strongest one. I couldn't see it.
It depends on the count of fabric. So,
that's a good point.
So if I'm on 40 count, then I'm using these big thick Coke bottle ones.
Yeah.
I'm probably using little thin ones if I'm on 32.
Yeah. So thank you, Ronnie, for the heads up. So we'll let you know how he goes with these the next video. But it looks like they're going to work really, really well. So
these are rechargeable as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, because Gary said to definitely get the rechargeable ones rather than the battery operated. I think he said the battery operated ones are quite heavy, whereas the rechargeable ones are lighter on your head. So
yeah. So these were just from Amazon.
Yeah. So that should be really good.
They're really cheap. I think they're like $20 or something.
Yeah, they weren't very much. So that was good.
Yeah.
That was one of your purchases. That's it.
That's all I bought.
And amazingly enough, I don't have a lot this week either. I know, shock horror.
You do have a lot.
I do not. That's not a lot. That's just what I'm planning on. That's what I'm planning on. Oh no, that's a gift from you, Brendan. That's not a purchase from me. Okay.
So you tricked me into buying stuff and then it doesn't count.
When we were at the Cruel Goblin, because there's so many things I missed out on market, because we barely left our room, didn't we? It was like, no. And by the time I got to places, they'd sold out on the Sunday. So one of the things that had sold out, I got one of the kits from Laurie from La-di-da, but I missed the other one. So I was thrilled to see that Julie had it at the Cruel Goblin. So, and if anyone's ever seen one of Laurie La-di-da's kits from market, they're brilliant. She puts absolutely every single thing. If it's a little book, she even puts the little kind of brad things you need to connect the book. This is actually a pin drum, which one of my favourite things to make. So this is called To Gather Again, and it's the kit from market. Actually, I'll take the chart out so it's not shining. So that, I'll let you put that up there. That's the kit. That's the chart. And this is the beautiful kit. As you can see, it's just got so many beautiful, beautiful things in there, right down to the felted wool, just everything. She does an amazing job. So I was happy to pick up that as I missed it. Now this next one is Sovereign Samplers, which is Michelle at who does these exclusively for the Cruel Goblin. Sovereign Samplers, this is Martha Senior, age 16, and it is beautiful. Anyone who wants to get this can contact Julie at the Cruel Goblin, but it's if you also go onto the Cruel Goblin's website, it's also, I believe, available as a PDF too for anyone for overseas or other parts of Australia who don't have the patience to wait, because I know had I not have seen it in the shop, I absolutely would have downloaded it.
It's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? And we saw the stitched model there, and it's just stunning.
It's a beautiful really, Adam and Eve sound.
Yeah. You know, a little swan thing and everything.
A little guy in a boat.
Yeah, I know. It's got, and then the peacocks, which I always love peacocks on a sampler. That's my favourite thing, I think, about Julie's sampler. I just love the peacock with the little quilted tail on Julie's Thursday sampler. And the other thing I missed at market, because I love Teresa Kogut, I'm actually a patron of hers as well, so the other good thing is I downloaded her charts for April. I'm not sure whether she's happy with you showing her patron charts, so I'll have to ask her that, and if she's happy for us to show it, I'll show those each month as well, because they're fabulous. I can't recommend Teresa's Patreon enough. She has one of the best ones. Who do I belong to? I belong to Ink Circles, Michelle Bendy, and Teresa Kogut. Teresa Kogut's is just amazing. But this was her exclusive for market. So thankfully, Julie picked one up as well. So this is Love is the Key. And I just love it so much. I believe it was exclusive to the stores that tended market, I think, for 6 weeks or something. And it's now available from other shops. So I'm sure a lot more shops will be getting that one in. And that is all my purchase. Oh, well.
What's that big pile?
Oh, no. Well, yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. My friend Carol, Sherry Pie Designs, who has a patchwork business, she ordered me in. I love these fat quarter packs from Moda. This is a Halloween one she ordered in specially for me. It's called Too Cute to Spook. And it's a fat quarter pack. And it's from, I think it's me and my sister. me and my sister designs. It's just fabulous. So every design is in the 3. So you get one same design.
And it's really hard to see.
In each colour. I know it's not exactly easy to see, but it's fabulous.
It's orange and black.
White, orange, and black colourways. So that was nice. That came in yesterday. And this Brendan bought me as a gift. So it's technically not something I bought. I also crochet. Well, in my massive amount of spare time, I try to crochet. But as winter's coming, although it feels like it's been winter for weeks, but this is my favourite brand of wool, and this is the little range of, I don't know, is it Dutch sheep? No one can pronounce it properly, but it's beautiful. It's the Metropolis range. So that's one colourway on the front.
I think it's the whole range, isn't it?
It's the whole range of the Metropolis.
In little baby.
In the little baby balls. Hey?
Little baby ones.
Yeah. So he said that was my good girl gift. I don't know what I did, but it must have been something.
Well, then I should take it back off you.
So thank you, my sweet. That should have been in the Stitchy kindness, really.
It's confiscated.
Now, the other thing Bren bought me is, and this was here waiting for us when we got home, was the Witchy, because you know me and Mothman, the Witchy Stitches exclusive. It was Mothman cross stitch kit. That was from Meg, the Witchy Stitcher. So many cool things came. That was this cool card, which I'm going to put in a little frame for my desk. That's the chart. I can't show you the chart.
Can't show that.
Don't want to show you the chart.
You showed the picture on the front. You need to show the chart.
Yeah. So I don't need to show. No, that's right. Now it did come with. I don't want to get wrong. Who the linen's from?
It's just a straight standard one, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
It's just grey hater, isn't it? I think it's just this.
Oh, I think it was from somebody. I just don't know who.
It's not a hand dye.
Isn't it?
No, it's a flat colour. It's just a Zweigart.
Oh, okay. I thought
Just a Zweigart hater.
Oh, okay, well, I thought it was for a hand dyed one.
It was just a straight grey.
Now, that's fine. I personally, nothing wrong with it, but I don't stitch on Ada, so I decided to pull.
It's because you're a snob.
It's not because I'm a snob. I just like to stitch on linen. If anyone wants that, I can give them the thing. But I'm going to stitch it. So that was the grey that Meg originally did. So this is not that much different. This is our 40 count Ancient Ruin, I think.
Yeah, it's Ancient Ruin.
Ancient Ruin. And they're the colours. So I'm going to be doing my, I don't think that'll be it's got a lot of black. Big surprise. But I don't think that'll take a long time to stitch, do you?
Take you a long time to fill all that black in.
The black's fairly significant, but that's okay. So yeah, so I will start stitching my beautiful little Mothman. And not only that, it came with, where's mine?
Where's your niggle under?
I know, it's,
That's
my favourite thing of the whole thing was my Mothman. My Mothman, I think Meg had these exclusively done for her kids. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, little Mothman needle holder. So, Bren bought me that as a surprise as well. So, I will start stitching that one.
We can't have two surprises, so I should take this back.
You're not taking my wool back. I will take it. Thank you. Oh, my glasses want me. Oh, okay. So that's what we bought. Which, as I said, shock horror. It's not a huge amount this week, really.
We haven't been out. We haven't been able to drive out of
We haven't been able to get out of our street. It's been underwater. So. And
the mailman hasn't really been able to come either.
No, it's slippery out there. On our pathways out the front. You know what black ice is like? When black ice on the roads. Usually with paving stones have moss and stuff on them, usually, you see them, they're like a bright green. But our paths are it's got like a black, slippery moss on them, so you can't see the mosses on the paving stones. And you sort of consciously think, oh, I must remind myself when I go out the front to be careful of the paving stones, and then you forget. And honestly, I've nearly broken my leg a couple of times out there, so Bren's going to have to, when the rain goes, try to have to get the high pressure hose and stuff onto it. But
I've put that stuff to kill the
wet and forget.
Kill the slime and the moss.
Doesn't seem to be doing much.
Well, I put it on yesterday.
Oh,
You've got
true.
to
I want that stuff gone.
give it a chance.
Yes. Well, apparently you need sunshine for that stuff to work, and we've had a bit of sunshine today.
Just the back of the house too. There's the moss that's grown is the carpet now is like an inch deep.
Yeah, I know. It's just terrible. And even Jimmy, our whippet, he slipped a few times running out the back, so we're really a bit concerned about that.
Yeah, because he's a senior citizen with old
He's
hips.
12 now, so we don't need any vet visits there. God bless him. Okay, his natural habitat is actually on our couch, but he does have to go out the back to occasionally go out the back.
Well, occasionally has little spurts of energy where he runs for about 20 seconds.
He just bolts.
And then he sleeps for the rest of the
Or
day.
he goes out to the toilet and realises he's out the back and needs to get inside, so he just runs and he's been slipping on the concrete.
His ear just pricked up.
He did. He knows we're talking about him.
One ear. He's just gone.
He hears the name Jimmy. And he thinks, oh. Okay, so Stitchy kindness.
So I got sent a few things.
You did.
You got nothing.
I'd get nothing as usual.
Apparently, someone heard that I like Bigfoot.
Oh, I wonder why.
Sambury Stitches have
Becca,
released
well done.
2 new charts, and Becca sent them to me. So they're little Bigfoot ones.
So a foray into the design world. Well done, Becca.
So Bigfoot is very patriotic.
Look how cool this is. That's a quick stitch too, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be really quick, that one.
That one, Bigfoot's probably going to take you the longest, and maybe a little house.
Yeah, so Red, White and True is the first one. With our little patriotic Bigfoot. And she's got a second one out as well, which is for Easter, which is Easter egg hunt.
Are these on her Etsy store?
Gumroad.
Gumroad.
Yeah, so we'll have the links to these below as well. So make sure you go out and buy your
Sambury Stitches.
Bigfoot charts.
Yes. Actually, I do have a couple of things to show.
Do you?
Yes.
And we got,
This was exciting this morning.
yeah, so from
Wendy?
the Heart Needle Art, Wendy sent this through this morning. It's her new release, and she's stitched it on Ancient Ruin.
Yeah. Beautiful. I think it's called Xavery Hearn, and it's a Spanish sampler. I believe that's on its way to needle workshops now with her new releases. I love From the Heart Needle Art. She's had some of my favourite designs recently. So, yeah, to wake up this morning and have her send this, and on Ancient Ruin, which is that's the same linen I'm actually going to stitch that Bigfoot on.
Yeah, it's charted in Gloriana silks, which is beautiful, but
with a DMC
conversion as well.
So thank you, Wendy. And so if anyone wants to stitch that, keep an eye at your local needlework shop.
It's not a big design either. It's 207 by 207.
Yeah.
So it's not too big.
No, it's beautiful. And those colours will stand out beautifully on Ancient Ruin. Ancient Ruin's one of my favourite colours that Bren does. It's just tends to be a little underutilised. Not a lot of designers have used it, so that was lovely.
It's beautiful colours on the sampler too.
And we're sending her some other linens for some samples coming out, which we're thrilled about. So that
and
was
what
lovely.
did you get that I didn't get to see?
Well, no, you actually got it too. Beth from Heartstring Samplery said she completely forgot to give us these at market. One of the pros of supplying designers with your linen is that you usually get the charts that they design, which, it's just why I always want to get all of Plum Street ones. I just remembered too, we completely forgot to show all of Paulette's releases last Flosstube, and I forgot them again today.
I was going to say you forgot to get
I
today, so I wouldn't have even mentioned it.
No, I
Now
know.
you look like a really, really bad friend.
I am not. She knows I love her, but I just...
A really bad friend.
Thank you, Brendan. I feel so much better now. So if anyone hasn't seen... I'm sure everyone has seen Paulette's divine Plum Street releases from market. It's not like they're not everywhere out there.
So I support her by stitching her designs. You don't even do that.
She knows I love her. Okay, so because Beth forgot to give us... I'll have another try. Well, have another try. She forgot to give us these at market. She just sent them to me. So this is Mercy Megginson 1849, and this is on our hog bristle linen, one of the beautiful market releases. Thank you so much, Beth. And 5 Songbirds Pin Drum, also on hog bristle. So, it's quite surreal when, someone like Beth from Heartstring Samplery it has a design on our linen. It's always a thrill
So
when
it's
designers use our linen.
a little Adam and Eve pin drum.
Yeah, isn't that sweet? Might be one that you could do, babe. I can finish it for you. Yeah. So thank you so much, Beth. That was another lovely thing to wake up to.
It's got a cute snake on it.
Yeah. So that's that, and we're almost at. Like I said, this is not going to be a long one. I don't even know what we're up to. What are we up to, baby?
Birthday stitch along.
Birthday stitch along. So, oh yeah, what are our plans basically? You want to go first?
No, you can go first.
Well, my birthday's technically before yours.
Yes, yours is a couple of weeks.
Okay. A group of our friends are all stitching. Every one of us has picked a sampler for our birthday month. It started, I think, in December, and we're obviously, I think we're about halfway through. And so obviously my birthday's in May. My birthday's May 6th. So I have picked, oh, actually, full disclosure, I did pick another design, and I love it. And I'm not sure how many of the girls had already kitted it up, but I knew I should have waited until aftermarket. So they've all been happy for me to actually change my mind, and we'll stitch the other one another time. But I've chosen Humming of the Bees by Blackbird Designs. I know many of you out there are already starting this, but if anyone wants to join me for the month of May, I'll be starting this on the 6th of May, and I would really like to get a lot of stitching in this. And obviously, I'll stitch this on our Zoom on the 15th and of May. But I want to pretty much solely stitch on that during May. And you never know, I could even get a finish. Because realistically looking at that, it's really mostly the house that's the huge amount of stitching. The rest's not too bad. So yeah. So if anyone wants to join me, I'll have that kitted up next week, so I'll show you what my choices are. They'll definitely be the call for colours, but I just need to decide what linen that Brendan's going to dye for me for that one. So yeah.
So my birthday's in June.
Yes, June 12th.
Yep, so this is when I'll be starting this, and I'll probably be finishing it in June 12th, 2052. Because I'm not overly fast stitcher.
You're doing well on that one of Paulette's. That's a beast of a sampler, that thing.
So mine is a Scottish sampler from Merriwin Farms, Mary Inglis. Because I love the little blue roof on the house. It's in Gelato, I just noticed too. Okay. So
cool.
We might have to substitute a few of the
Well,
colours.
I don't know. I've got a fair few gentle arts there, but we'll work it out. What's great is the designer actually has made this available as a PDF now.
So Melinda.
Melinda. Isn't it terrible? I completely blanked.
And she's actually
I was praying that Brendan saved me there.
And she's reformatted it as well.
Yeah. So Brendan originally bought originally bought the hard copy chart.
Yeah.
And when we reached out to Melinda and told her that this was going to be Bren's stitch along for June, and so she reformatted it, and as I said, has now got it up as a PDF just to make it. Oh, there's our dog's barking. Just to make it easier for everyone all over the world if they want to join us to get the chart easily. And then she kindly sent Brendan the reformatted chart. So she said it's a little bit better formatted than the original. So
yeah, and now it's a coloured chart.
Yeah, coloured chart as well.
So because there's some specialty stitches in there as well, and some back stitch.
Beautiful.
So the chart's
Look at that roof, isn't that fabulous?
The chart's a lot easier to read now as well.
Yeah.
So
thanks, Melinda. That was so we'll put the links to be able to purchase that one below.
Yep.
Merriwin Farms, and it's Mary Inglis 1830. I just want to see what colour blue roof is.
So hopefully someone will join me.
Hopefully somebody will join Brendan. And obviously, again, he'll be doing the Thursday sale on the first Sunday of June, but you'll be doing this in our Zoom on the 2nd. So the blue is, excellent. It's in a colour called Peacock by Gentle Art, and that is a fantastic blue. So hopefully we can get that. If not, I'll find one that's similar for you, baby. But yeah, so
you'll find one.
You can pick one. I don't care.
Just got to pick a fabric.
You
now.
just got to dye a fabric for it.
So what was it stitched on?
It was stitched on
an R&R linen. Century brown.
Century brown. Oh, 18th century brown. That's actually quite a dark one, I think. But you'll be up. We'll just pull the colours first and then dye something.
Yeah.
So Brett will let everyone know what he has chosen to put that on, probably by our next video as well. We'll get all these things kitted up and ready to go so that everyone can join us, hopefully. And sorry about our dogs. Peaches is barking at someone in the yard. It's probably, I think we've got these weird-looking black chicken hen things that are wood hen things that are roaming around our front yard. They've come from nowhere. I think all these birds are getting away from the water, so they're kind of finding refuge in our front yard. Although I don't know why. We could practically have ducks swimming in that front yard at the moment. But
well, that's it's like quicksand.
It really is. The other day, I actually had a pair of flip-flops on my foot because I did. Literally, you are going ankle deep in the grass out the front, and I actually went to get into the car, and my foot, with my flip-flop on, went down into the grass. And the suction of the thing, it was down to my ankle. I couldn't get my foot out. I had to get Brent to come running out from the house just to pull my leg out. That's how deep my foot, and the suction just held it down there. I was like grabbing my foot. No. Anyway, someone was laughing at me, but that's beside the point.
I helped. Eventually.
Eventually, I just stopped laughing.
I was trying to get the camera out to film it.
It was, yeah, that'd be right.
Get in trouble.
One other just quick thing I want to do too, my framer down in Sydney, he will still do some stuff for us because technically we've got a business, but they're just really doing, they're mainly doing businesses now rather than personal framing. And as I said, he's been framing our stuff. We've known him for 28 years. He said he'll continue to do it, but I don't want to sort of, impose on them too much. So we're actually going to be trying a new framer out up at Raymond Terrace. So, and I found a sampler that Marg stitched for us when we had the shop that I have. I actually, you'll probably see a line around it from where I pinned it. We did have it temporarily framed, but I'm going to drop this off. Do you want to hold that up? This is Elizabeth Bevan by Hands Across the Sea. It's a bit big. I don't even know if you can see that. So that's beautiful. So I'm going to actually try this new framer out and get that beauty.
No one can see it if you put it closer.
I know.
You're going to see less of it.
Yeah, but I know that the house down the bottom is beautiful.
Okay.
I love that house down the bottom. So, yeah. So that's on our Mayflower linen. And it's just divine. I know, all over one. Can you believe that? It is a beautiful, beautiful sampler. For a long time, it was my favourite one from Hands Across the Sea, which is why it got stitched. So I am going to try this new framer with this.
Mayflower too.
It's on Mayflower because we've had Mayflower for many, many years. Only recently have we released it, but yeah. So I will share with you that framing when we get that one done. So yeah. So that's about it. Like I said, we've been quick. What are we up to, Sweets?
I don't know. I can't see.
I can't see either.
I don't know. Less than an hour.
Less than an hour. What is this? And who are we?
People are going to feel ripped off.
I know. I personally, look, I'm sorry about our long ones. I actually love long floss tubes. I know that every time I watch like Sunshine Stitches, I'm going to get a good hour and a half. So I really do enjoy the long ones. So yeah. But ours won't be a long one this time.
So the last thing we've got to do is our giveaways. So the last thing we need to do is our giveaway from our last video. But first off, we need to remind Bridget Harris and Paulette Sanders that they haven't contacted us yet for last videos.
The two download charts.
Yeah, last video's prize. I don't know. I've lost my words.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bridget and Paulette will give you 2 more weeks to contact us.
To our next video.
And if we don't hear from you by then we'll do a redraw, on the next video.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if everyone remembers.
356 people wanted this, so thank you.
Yeah. So to celebrate our 8,000...
Yeah. We're up to almost 8,000 subscribers.
No, we're over 8,000.
We are now. It's about 8,300.
So this was to celebrate our 8,000.
I know.
We're not up to our 8,000.
Oh, whatever, Brendan.
So it's a full kit.
Yeah.
For
I think it looks like it's on 36 count linen. It might be 32. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's either 32 or 36. But
it's 36.
It's got all the beautiful threads
Yep.
All
Everything you
carded,
need to make
ready
it.
to go.
Yep. And that's obviously for the one behind us here. Everyone's often commenting about what that one is behind us. It's Dutch Beauty.
Yeah, so as Karen said, we had a lot of interest in that draw, and we did a draw, and Stitch and Love.
Stitch and Love. So I don't know who that is, but you've won that kit. So again, you've got 2 weeks to contact us. If we haven't heard from you by the next video, we will do a draw.
We're not waiting months anymore. If we
we've had a lot of giveaways that people just haven't contacted us, and so we want to work out what has and what hasn't been given away, and we'll just re-give away some of the things that haven't been claimed in the past as well. But I'm still thinking we maybe should do the Google Forms like Michelle does, so that way we've got the record and can just send it to people. But we'll work out if things don't get claimed, we'll work out a better way of doing it.
Yeah, we've got to work out some way because there's a whole bunch of stuff on my desk that I'm running out of room.
Yep. Although we're going to get that room back soon, so everything's moving out of the house.
Yep. So Stitching Love, if you could email us at hello@foxandrabbit, and we'll arrange to get this kit in the mail for you.
Yep. And
it's the Dutch Beauty kit.
We don't have a giveaway for this week, but as in case we've got a lot of new subscribers, so I just realised a lot of people don't know that when we get to 10,000 subscribers, we don't have it behind us, but we'll show you the next video. We've got an antique sampler that we're giving away when we reach 10,000, and we're getting there quicker than I thought we would. So if you like what we're doing, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and we'll get up to that 10,000, give that lovely sampler away. Also follow us on Instagram. We've got it's Fox and Rabbit. All our details are below. Brendan and I also have personal pages as well. Brendan's got less than now Lily has.
Yeah, my dogs have got more followers than me.
So yeah, we'll get
That's because they're more exciting than me. They post more than I do.
They do. So yeah, so thank you so much. We do appreciate it. And I'm sure we've missed telling you a million things because as I said, we're a little bit all over the place getting a bit excited about our new move. So we've been a bit distracted today, but again, to the shops, thank you for your patience. We are getting that all that linen dyed as soon as we can. Also, too, a few people have been asking about Mary Morgan's. I believe there's people looking for that. We do have it as a download, but we are sending a whole stack of charts, including our new market releases, off to Hoffman and to Yarntree this week. So
we had to wait for the covers to come
for
back
our covers to be done. Yeah,
our framers have been all. Not our framers. Our printers have all been off with COVID.
Yep,
one after the other.
After the other. So they just had to close.
Yeah, in Australia, when someone gets COVID, you have to isolate. Everyone has to isolate for 7 days. So
regardless if they're sick or not.
Yeah. So one had it. She got over it, and then they went back to work, and then the next person got it. So then they all had to close again. So yeah, we've only just gotten it. That was the other reason we had to go down to Sydney on Friday. We had to go and pick our covers up. So we will get the 3 new releases, and also too, a few people said to us in our last video, why haven't we actually physically shown our new releases? It's because Jean from the Attic actually took them back from market with her. So they're on display at the Attic in Mesa, Arizona, which we were just thrilled to bits about. Also meant we didn't have to bring them home. But we had planned in the video we meant to do before we left for market to show you all then, but we didn't get it done. No. And by the time we did our market video, Jean had taken them back to Arizona with us. So yeah, so if you're lucky enough to be in beautiful Mesa, Arizona, you can pop in and see our 3 new releases. Also, to my, I think they took my ladybug. One of the ladybugs.
Yeah, so yeah, so that's the reason. That's why we didn't show them. So yeah, and I think that's about it. I'm stalling for time now.
Yep. So we'll see everyone again in 2 weeks. Yep. Hopefully in 2 weeks we'll have the lease signed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Big exciting photos to show.
And be able to show you some photos of the new space.
Yeah.
And talk about what we're going to do and how we're going to set it up.
You can tell we're very excited. So
I'm just glad to get everything out of the house.
It's a good feeling. It feels like everything's really on.
And stop working in 3
water.
inches of water.
Yeah, it's not good for him. And also too, a lot of the times he's been out there standing in water dyeing. It's covered, but it's outside. There's been storms and lightning, and it scares the life out of me. So it just feels like since we've gotten back from market now, we've gotten over the jet lag and the food poisoning and everything else. Everything's heading in the right direction, doesn't it? We've got lots of great orders from the shops. This is a new start for Fox and Rabbit now. Move everything into a lovely new building, and we're very excited. So yeah, exciting times ahead. So we thank you so much for all your support. We're happy you like what we're doing, and we hope we see you in 2 weeks' time.
Bye.
Bye.